So an up-and-coming Twitch streamer who goes by the name RayAsianBoy is now facing serious backlash online after one short clip sent Twitter into a frenzy.
Being a streamer, being an Asian, being like right beside black streamer, bro, it's so hard to not to say the N-word, bro. Imagine say the N-word and your whole career is gone, bro.
But before you hop on the hate train that's moving full speed toward canceling him, let's actually take a step back. Because what if I told you this entire situation might not be as black and white as it seems? And what if Ray's story isn't about controversy, but about misunderstanding, cultural clash, and what happens when internet fame grows faster than you can control? So if you're new here, welcome to the channel, where we break down the truth behind online drama without the bias. Tap that subscribe button so you're always in the loop when the internet catches fire. Let's talk about how RayAsianBoy went from beloved underdog, possibly being canceled. Let's get into how RayAsianBoy is about to be canceled. Okay, so to start, for those of you who don't know who RayAsianBoy is, as some of you may already know, he's very good friends with Kai Cenat. But this all began because Ray is literally the greatest stream sniper of all time. About 1 year ago, Kai Cenat was doing some streams over in Japan, where he ended up meeting a stream sniper who could barely speak English.
Got it! Got it!
But he had amazing energy. And this stream sniper was none other than RayAsianBoy.
What's good, bro? It's my dream.
It's a dream?
Yeah! My boy!
I love you, man.
Kai!
I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
And it would seem like these two meeting was almost fate, because RayAsianBoy isn't even from Japan. He's actually from Taiwan. He just happened to be in Japan at the same exact time as Kai, and this would lead to the two of them quickly hitting it off. He would continue being included in some of Kai's content while he was in Japan, and just a month later, Kai would post a video where he flew Ray to America for the very first time. Ever since the two met back in July of 2023, they quickly became best friends, and this would lead to Kai including Ray in a lot of his content that he's been doing since then. This would also lead to Ray becoming one of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch, accumulating over 1 million followers in just under a year's time. But this wasn't just because he's best friends with the biggest streamer on Twitch, Kai Cenat. Sure, it may have helped, but Ray managed to gain all of this success in such a short amount of time simply because he's such a likable person. I mean, that's kind of how he and Kai even managed to become friends in the first place. Any interview I see of his, he's always in good spirits, he has super high energy, and most of the time, he just always seems like a super positive, joyous person. In fact, Kai and Ray would become so close over this past year that Kai would even end up flying all the way to Taiwan just to attend Ray's graduation. And after Ray graduated high school, he would fly back to America with Kai Cenat, where he would end up spending most of his time in either New York or Atlanta with AMP. Now, sadly, this was all kind of short-lived, because as I said in the intro, Ray is Taiwanese, and it's a requirement in that country that any able-bodied male citizen over the age of 18 has to do a year of military service, or at least complete 4 months of military training. So after a while, Ray did have to return back to his home country, Taiwan, in order to prepare for this journey in his life. Even though he was in Taiwan and there was a major time difference, he would continue to stream and push out content for his fans. And for the most part, it was continuing to go extremely well for Ray, all the way up until just a few days ago, when he would end up making this mistake that would start a huge wave of hate for RayAsianBoy.
Imagine say the N-word and your whole career is gone, bro. Being a streamer, this is the hard part, bro. If you're not black, bro, this is the hardest part of all time, bro. Like, bro, imagine you say the word, your whole career is gone, bro. You're gone, bro.
Now, the intro to this does sound extremely crazy, because Ray is Asian. I mean, his name is literally RayAsianBoy. So I do understand a lot of the hate that's saying, oh, well, why does he need to say the N-word anyway? Why is it even in his vocabulary? He can hardly speak English but wants to say it. But people need to understand, before Ray even met Kai Cenat, he could hardly speak English at all. Like, the way he speaks now is a huge improvement from what it was a year ago. So with that being said, we do have to be mindful that most of the English he's learned has either been from Kai, the other members of AMP, or just from people that he's met, either around the city of Atlanta, the city of New York, or within the streaming industry. And in my opinion, just being around the people from Atlanta or the people from New York a lot and picking up a lot of your English from them is almost setting anybody up for failure. I mean, you could drop a 1-year-old baby of any race into one of these cities, and the first word that baby might learn to say is nigga. It's not like Ray had a professional English tutor telling him to say this or not to say that. Most of the English he picked up was literally just from the people he was around, which happened to be a bunch of black people either in or from New York or Atlanta. And there are even clips of Ray just spamming random lingo that he was picking up from the people around him.
We got bitches in New York, we outside, you heard? If never got invited, don't ask to go. I bro. You can go.
And in the clip, Ray didn't even state the fact that he said the N-word off stream. He just said that it was kind of hard not to do. People just assumed that he was walking around with it in his everyday vocabulary, which he might do. He might just walk around spamming it every day for all we know. It wouldn't really surprise me considering the areas where he's learning English, but he could have also simply been referring to singing or rapping a song and then just slipping up and saying the word while reciting the lyrics. And like, I'm not the king of black people or anything like that.
But I do know a lot of black people who have friends of other races who they allow to say the N-word simply because they're either just that close to the point where it doesn't matter, or they just find it extremely funny hearing these people say the word. And I feel like that's exactly how it is with Ray and the friend group he's formed in America, because he already has a funny English accent, so if he does say the N-word when they hear him say it, it's probably just funny. They probably all laugh at it and things like that. But he does know the importance of it, and to not say it in a public setting, because it'll literally put an end to your career, much like what's going on now. And the thing is, he didn't even say the word. And until now, neither Kai Cenat has given any statement, nor have they responded to the hate Ray has been receiving on Twitter. But recently, something out from Ray and Agent 00. I've got the clips and you need to see this.
I didn't take it as Ray saying he wants to say nigga. I took it as Ray saying nigga is one of those words that's immediately cancelable if you're not black. But that being said, I never got the impression from Ray that he's just trying to run around saying the N-word.
Talking about the Twitter shit that happened to me, bro. He told me like, yeah, everybody trying to be at your position. You have to be blessed, but don't say this. Don't say that shit like don't say that shit like that again, bro. Feel me? Cause you know, black community is like how it works type shit, bro.
But overall, I think the internet is just being a little too hard on Ray. For one, he didn't even say the word. And for two, if he does say the word, or if it's in his vocabulary or anything like that, I'm telling you, you have to be mindful of the locations and areas he's been in and the people he's been around while he's in America. It's literally like almost setting him up for failure. What do you think? Should Ray have known better? Or are people overreacting to a cultural misunderstanding? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the streaming world. Until next time, stay smart and stay real.